You ready to get uncomfortable with me for just a minute? Imagine that 8 out of every 10 videos across social media and our interfaith unit at BYU all repeated these exact same tropes. Everything that I'm about to say right now is just a demonstration of taking half-truths, out-of-context statements, and intentionally painting them in a bad light. I'm going to take items and frame them as ugly as I possibly can, and I want you to feel what it feels like. Are you ready? Here's the truth about those evangelicals. Martin Luther single-handedly rewrote Christianity, threw out books of the Bible, and then taught that no one should add or take away from the Bible. Insert Revelations 22:18 through 19 here. What's worse, he did it holding zero apostolic authority. He did things that only one holding apostolic authority can do. So not only was he wrong, he was a deceiver and demonic. One who we were warned of in Galatians 1:8. Beyond that, Martin Luther said crazy things that showed his true beliefs about Jesus Christ. He says, I have greater confidence in my wife and my pupils than I have in Christ. So you have a false apostle showing his true colors. No wonder his cult doesn't show the real Jesus. When a movement starts with a false apostle, it gets even worse from there. When America tore itself apart over slavery, whose pulpits were preaching that slavery was God's will? Not surprising then that evangelicals are all secretly racist. Okay, stop. That was disgusting, wasn't it? Is your blood boiling a bit? If so, pause the video and take a moment to cool down. I don't blame you. I took things that I found on the internet. It's not hard to do. It only took me about 12 seconds to do the search. What I found was ugly, out of context, and weird. But as one who is trying to paint an evangelical in a poor light, boy, is that easy. I could find hours and hours worth of smear campaign material in less than 10 minutes of research. Crafting that video as if it were fact under the pretense to protect my people from their evangelical neighbors would be cruel, dishonest, and it would be difficult for me to sleep at night. But that style of video aimed at members of the Church of Jesus Christ, using whatever ammo can be found in the slimy abyss of the internet, doesn't only exist. That type of video is produced and reproduced 1,000 times over. Evangelical kids, teenagers, and adults consume it at church, on Broadway, on YouTube, and now on Hulu. The result is obvious. If this was what you were consuming, you'd grow up laughing about, mocking, and despising the group you were indoctrinated to despise. If this were common practice in the Church of Jesus Christ, how would members of the Church of Jesus Christ feel about evangelicals? To use Pew Research language, members of the Church of Jesus Christ would have a very unfavorable view of evangelicals. As disciples of Jesus Christ, we're supposed to be different. Come and see who we really are.